A very good morning to you all, and I welcome you and thank you all for joining this Facebook live session. And we are conducting this as an third session, and I'm sure all of you must have enjoyed your first session conducted by Dr. Abhay Jere, Chief Innovation Officer, MHRD, and who is the real brain behind these hackathons. And then second session, Pratap and Abhay, they took over answering all your queries and the questionnaires which there. So today I am here to again come up and interact with you people, bring in more and more traction about the Smart India Hackathon initiative, what we are doing, why we are doing, and what is expected from you, what is expected from us, and answer your few queries which you can post on the Facebook page itself. So we'll try and my team to resolve them then and there. So fellows, as you all are aware of, this initiative started in 2017, whereby we had a major participation from premier ministries of the central government, and they came up, they joined the initiative, and they submitted the problem statements, which had the you guys have to submit the solutions for all those problem statements. It attracted a lot of things pan across the country. It actually became a national phenomena, and we had few hundred problem statements, few thousand idea submissions, around 40,000 students. They came on board, they participated. So a lot of enthusiasm was observed. Now then, what happened in 2018, SIH moved on to next edition, primarily we say 2018, and in that edition what was being done, we invited state governments as well. So now 27 central ministries and then 17 state governments, they also join hands. Problem statements, the number increased. Obviously, now we are targeting more youth, more higher educational institutions, and more and more people. The traction was increasing more, and we also introduced the hardware session in this. So earlier in 2017 we only had software edition. In 2018 we introduced software and as well as hardware edition. So it spanned across 26 nodal centers across the country, and there were a lot of volunteers, a lot of jury members. They evaluated, and again it garnered lot of attention, and it became like a very big open innovation model. And for the 2019, now when we are moving around here again, now what we see as we will be having two editions, that is a software edition and a hardware edition. Now another thing that is a very wonderful thing which we introduced, and we requested and also invited private companies to come on board. And the major reason to get those private players on board is get our students, that is you, to work on real life problems, and that is that these private companies want our students to play a role in. It doesn't mean that they are not working. They are these problem statements which these industries they are submitting. They have submitted already, and very soon I'll be divulging the numbers, the other details, some interesting problem statements with you as well. The idea primarily behind getting on board these private companies along with the ministries and the premier PSUs, so that the students, the youth, they can get the sense what is going around, what they are supposed to work on, and they can equip themselves with the latest technologies. So this is the primarily the idea behind. Also the challenges that were being faced in 2017 and 2018 edition, that is getting them deployed, though we are in the process of we have deployed successfully many of them, few are getting deployed, and in 2019, these real life situations which are coming up, the problem statements from the private companies. So we are expecting once you guys submit the ideas, you guys submit the proposals. So these private companies will be, you guys will be interacting with the mentors, with the teams, and with the guides, so that it can actually see a light of the day. You can give it a shape, and then you get a phenomenal chance to come on board, showcase your talent. These kind of things open a lot of vistas for our youth once you come and interact in a sort of private public model, and new horizons are there to develop. And also I want to share that as on today, we have more than 480 problem statements. They are listed on our website, that is www.sih.gov.in. And the companies, the premier companies which are there already, they are like from Tata's, I can say Tata Steel, then we have Tata Motors, we have ABB, we have Samsung R&D, we have Bosch, we have Bridgestone, Paytm, Ericsson, HCL, Bajaj, Marico's, Maruti Suzuki, Mahindra's, and whatnot. So these are the even then we have Yamaha, Dell, HCL, and Goldman Sachs, to name a few. So once you go there, I'm sure you will be thrilled to see the numbers of the private players. They have come on board. They have shown interest in submitting the problem statements and getting you people on board, and submit your ideas, submit the solutions which you think are the best, and show your mettle. Then we have couple of R&D houses as well. Like I said, we have Bosch as well, we have Stryker as well. Then we have labs there from public sector enterprises, like we have Indian Oil on board, we have RCF on board. So we have Ministry of Civil Aviation, we have railways, and we have transports on board. So these are like, we have again ISRO, DRDO. So they are the gem of the country. They drive the economy of our country, all these players. And these are like, if we say the premier companies of our country, where the young talent like yours, they wish to work around, they want to go around, they want to have that kind of exposure. So practically, if I say, SIH it's evolved more or less as a platform where I must say, and I do not have any qualms in saying that, majority of the time tier 2, tier 3 college students, they do not get ample opportunity to showcase their talent. It's because of the crowd, the talent pool available, and the other stuff we have. So this platform it can act as a bridge, it can act as an exposure providing platform for those students who are not even able to reach to the companies. They just can't even able to knock the doors of those companies. Through this platform, they can come on board, they can just really show their talent, they can submit their ideas which are really worth they believe. And I assure you, if you have that talent, you have that worth, it's just a next door, next click away, that you can have the opportunities of your lifetime to move ahead. Another thing, this year's edition, like we have 2019, every problem statement, it carries a prize. Now that I mean that what we did, we segregated the problem statements in 3 categories. That is, we have a simple problem, we have a complex problem, and we have a very complex kind of a problem. And these categories carries a prize amount of 50,000 rupees, then 75,000 rupees, and a 1 lakh rupees. So genuinely, if you look around to the, I am saying 480 problems, and so approximately, if I say 500 problem statements, and multiply just by 50 or by 75 to an average, we are just sitting on close to 3 crore rupees worth prizes. My goodness, don't you think it's a real, something is coming out of the shell, and we have a lot of things on the platter. And also, once you are done with your ideas, you can work around, you will be assigned mentors during the whole process once your idea is shortlisted. Now, here one important thing I would like to mention. You guys, it's not like that you will see the problem statement and you will directly go around and you will submit the idea. No. For that, we have a standard process devised. I'm not sure how many of you have visited our website as of yet, but if not, then please go ahead, go there, scroll through, have all the links visited. Primarily what we are looking for, as in the registration process, we encourage you people to download our mobile app, that is Smart India Hackathon 2019 mobile app. It carries all the notifications as well. Even on the website, that is the web version, you can go, you can see on the very right side there is the register link. Click over. For the team, like a student team, we say it has to have a 6-member, at least there has to have a female member in the team. Please guys, just take this thing in mind. Teams will be disqualified. That means you have to have a female member in your team to encourage the participation, and the teams can be from different departments in that institution or that university, but it cannot be from any other institution or any other university. It has to be from the same institution. Then there is a consent form, that is the team has to, and the format you can get it from our portal, that is sih.gov.in. So you have to go there, fill in the consent form, get it attested from the head, the dean of your institution, the department, the head of the institution or the director, that is someone senior, the authority of your university or an institution, and then you have to submit it. There is also another role. We have a SPOC. This time we are introducing again the role of SPOCs are going to play. They are going to play a major role here. Now, SPOC, we mean to say single point of contact from that institution or a college. And that thing, a faculty member has to go there, has to register herself or himself to take care of all the initiatives and act as a bridge between us, that is the organizing team, and the institution and the teams, the students who all are participating. SPOC again has to submit a consent letter. That letter has to be vetted by the authority of the institution, and when that student team, again mind it, the student team, they have to have a single name, that is the team name has to be there. I would also like to tell you people, a team leader cannot become a member of any other team, any other, like if you say I am a team leader in this team, I can become a team member of any other team, or I am a team member here, I can become a team member over there. No, you cannot. Again I am warning, that will lead to a disqualification. You will not be entertained further. Another thing, a team can submit solution or the ideas, 2 different problem statements. Nobody is stopping you, but remember, team has to be intact. You have to have a female member, you have to have that single name, and then go ahead. Now once you go there, you have a SPOC appointed for your institution. You are not aware of like who is or who is the faculty member from your institution, who is the responsible member that has been appointed as a SPOC. So need not to worry. Go to our platform, the team leader I am saying about, register, and once you see, once you register over there, put in your name, the institution name and everything, your SPOC name will be displayed then and there. If that faculty member or if some faculty member has already been assigned a responsibility. We are already trying to contact all the institutions across the country, be it universities, be it IITs, NITs, ISRs and other premier institutions of central MHRD, and apart from it all the state government premier institutions and all the institutions across the country. We already sent a letter. We again are in a process of communicating and telling that please appoint one SPOC so that that member can act as a bridge. And also I encourage faculty members that you yourself can approach the head of your institution and take the lead, please. We are really going through a lot which we are expecting this year. So it's a request, become our brand ambassadors, partner with us, become channelize the thing, become the champion in this. It's an initiative which is like for our country. It has to involve everybody. So it's my humble request, take the ownership, take the lead. If there is no SPOC has been appointed, to the faculty members, go to your, approach your higher ups and become SPOC, take the lead. And then these SPOCs, their role is twofold here this time. Now, once the team, they submit their names and the details on the portal, SPOC has to vet that. SPOC has to authorize, okay, this is a team from this institution and they are the legitimate team members. This is one. Now, second thing, when that particular team is going to submit the idea, the solution, proposed solution for any particular statement, then also we are requesting SPOCs to look into those ideas, filter them out then and there if they believe that these are not the legitimate solutions to carry forward. And why we are doing that? Because obviously we are going to take care at our end as well, but for SPOCs this will cut a lot of tasks at our end. Earlier versions we faced a lot of tasks at hand, and that unnecessarily delays thing up. So now delay, another thing comes up to my mind. Remember, January 20th is the last day, is the D-Day. We have to come over. So sincere advice to everyone, please prepare your ideas, go through all the problem statements which are 480 in number, and my goodness, they are really a lot, and you have to scroll through, you have to go through all the problem statements which are there, and then you can submit your proposals, submit your ideas. To avoid last minute rush, and no offenses, as a human being, we all tend to wait till the last moment, but this is IT age and it has challenges too. We have many a times the technical glitches are there, we can choke our servers. So avoid last minute rush so that everybody can have that ample opportunity, and we are not going to extend the deadline. It's been told by in earlier sessions, Dr. Abejere as well, he mentioned, when I am mentioning that no extension of deadline will be there. Please ensure that you submit all the prospective ideas, the proposals beforehand. There should not be any delay. And also, once you submit an idea, now then what happens? And I'm sure the question will come to your mind, and that is but obvious. Now we have a standard set of protocols, we have a standard procedure that how we evaluate that particular idea. That idea has to be feasible, it has to be scalable, it has to have a practical scenarios, and the nature of the solution such that the companies or the entities who have submitted the problem statement, they should be able to understand that okay, they can take forward the solution, this idea can be taken forward. So the stuff what I mean to say, that is feasible, it has to be practical, it has to be sustainable, it has to be scalable, and the user experience and the potential for future scope, it has to be there. So what you can do before submitting your ideas, looking to all these evaluation criteria, that it is you should do around some market research, maybe the customer research, you understand where your solution will be applicable, and what the end customer's requirement is, how it can be taken, how it will be perceived by the end user. So all these things if you take care, and again I am saying that how novel your idea is, how practical your idea is, and the clear and it is submitted in the prescribed format. Now again, prescribed format. This brings another very interesting thing in my mind. Please follow the prescribed format as available on our website. A question comes in many a times, can we include one slide more, can we reduce? No, please don't do that. It's a humble request, because once you tend to put in a single slide or some 1 or 2 matter over there, can you just imagine if there are close to 25,000 ideas or 30,000 ideas or the proposals coming in to our plate, how we guys are going to do the evaluation, and it's lot of time. I'm sure you understand that. So in the interest of everyone, please stick to the template. It's a really hard thing. Don't go overboard. Don't try to remain less. Try to put as best possible in the template provided. Now next, once you are done with all the kind of submissions and everything, so what we are going to do is we are going to upload the shortlisting criteria and the shortlisted ideas for those particular statements after having the due consultations with the evaluation team and the companies, the entities who have uploaded the problem statements. It will be done, and you will be notified in advance this time also. Now what will happen during all this phase? What we are going to do, also having the nodal centers, we are going to announce nodal centers in advance. By announcing nodal center in advance, the benefit you guys will have: number one, you guys can book your tickets in advance. Now here again I am entering into one more thing. What we are going to pay the participants second class sleeper train fare to the nodal center assigned. The student, the team, they have to travel to that particular nodal center, no matter wherever they are. So we are going to announce very soon, maybe by the end of December or some first or second, around first week of January somewhere, the details, the centers, what all technological areas those being assigned for, so that you guys can have the bookings done beforehand. And I'm sure the cancellation, it will be, if by any chance, God forbid, you are not shortlisted, you can cancel your tickets. It will be a very meager amount. But if you are shortlisted, you are successful, so you have the ample opportunity to get your tickets in advance, do all the arrangements in advance of going there. So we are going to reimburse the travel, that is the second class sleeper train fare, and your boarding lodging will be taken care by the nodal centers. That is the grand finale I am talking about. Once the shortlisted teams, they start reaching there, and the dates of those grand finales already being announced. It has to be there in the first half of March, somewhere down the line, and we'll be picking up the exact dates, and it will be flashed on our website as well. Bookings and the travel arrangements, again I am reminding, it is your responsibility. The students, they have to take care of their travel. No way we are going to entertain. We are not a travel agency. We are not going to help, or we cannot help you people in any case getting the bookings done. So please, it's a request. If you believe that your idea is strong enough, it's going to be shortlisted, proceed, and if not, then you can get it cancelled. Another thing, mentors, we are not going to reimburse. So we are not going to pay any reimbursement for the mentors who are going to come to grand finale along with the teams. So we say, like, if a 6-member team is there, the faculty members who are going to come along with those teams, we are not going to reimburse anything. So they are institutions, or by themselves they have to take care of it. So they are permitted to have around 6 team members, and then 2 mentors can accompany maximum. That is one is encouraged from the industry you guys can have, and the one from the faculty members. It's on to the students. They have to again get the members on board. So we are last time we did, but this time we are not again entertaining. So it's because what the challenge what we faced, many teams, they complain that the mentors we provided, they are not gelling with them. They do not have that kind of rapport development with those mentors, so they are not able to provide the best of the best solution. So this time what we suggested, okay, it's the teams owners, teams can get their own mentors. Try to have from the industry, maybe the faculty members they are dealing with, so that you have to gauge yourself that you guys are to provide the best solution under their mentorship, and come for the grand finale if shortlisted. Again, to reiterate, travel reimbursements for the students, it will be provided by us, it's on to us. For the faculty members, we are not going to reimburse. The institutions or the faculty members, they have to themselves take care of that. Another thing which comes comes in place, it's not about only the idea submissions for the problem statements which we guys are looking at. If any of the team, if any you guys out there, you believe that your idea is worthy enough and which is not there for any problem statements you guys are not able to submit, there is a student innovation category. If you go to our website, you see different categories where you can register. There is a student innovation category, and in that category you can register, you can post the stuff which you believe is an innovative. So as a practice, what we are doing, we are inviting again big companies like KPIT, Deloitte and all these big names. They come over, they come on board, and as a gesture they award these student innovation, they provide the prizes, and then once you submit your student innovation idea, it's again get evaluated. It doesn't fall in those problem statement solution categories, but they are amply rewarded and they are showcased as well. Now, what if you say what we are entering into all these hackathon kind of exercise, you are putting in 2-3 months and then going overboard, submitting the solutions and then appearing for the grand finale. During this course, one thing again I want to brief, that we are coming up with training material for the students to go through, and these training materials, they are nothing like you guys go through your books, go through other thing. This is all the latest technology, the latest stuff which we believe you guys should be aware of. So the topics which we primarily are going to cover is research methodology, it's like design thinking, it's mind mapping, it's brainstorming, it's planning, how you can come up with the more beautiful solutions. Then also we are going to cover the technology stuff like Node.js and the latest Arduino, how you can configure the Raspberry Pi briefings. So I'm sure it's a lot of exciting stuff going on there, and then also some patents and IPR issues we can come up. And also to add, by the way, students and the faculty members who are watching me live, if you guys have any questions, please post them in the comment section. It will be our pleasure to answer them and resolve your queries, and that's what we are here for, and that's what we are devoting our time again to interact with you. So now coming back to the thing which I was telling, the training sessions. The training sessions, they will be open for all. For all by mean that it will be through online mode, and we are going to figure out very soon a way, and from first week or second week of January we will be coming up with the detailed plans, and the students, they can go there, they can watch out, and we are trying to build up a sort of a credit course out of that anybody out there can have that course at their ease and maybe can choose as an elective. So we are just trying to figure out more and more ways to provide the maximum benefit to the student community. Even faculty can enroll that and learn some new stuff. Also, we are going to maybe we say we can channelize that course as like a preparation for hackathon, the digital solutions and the digital via media to how to plan for hackathons. So it will be covering all the latest technology, and the experts, the lectures, the notes, they will be provided by industry experts. They are big V's in their fields, so we are trying to get them on board so that you guys can have the realistic environment. So a framework we are trying to develop. Now, what happens after doing all these kind of activities, and once you guys appear for hackathon, grand finale, prizes are awarded. Now, here the role of private companies, it comes in. If your ideas are good, solutions are good, you guys will be getting an ample opportunity to move on, to work further under their guidance, their leadership. Maybe you guys can end up with decent job prospects, and maybe you guys can get the decent mentorship support to become an entrepreneur, whatnot. So it will be, it may open a lot of vistas for you, for every one of you. Another thing, we as in from MHRD and from the government's end, we are coming up with a lot of things, and our honorable Prime Minister last year when he was, or rather a few months ago when he was in Singapore, he announced Singapore-India joint hackathon. Last month we concluded that, and the participants, so hear me aloud what I am trying to tell. The participants, we primarily selected participants from the winners and runner-ups of Smart India Hackathon's 2018 initiative. We scrolled through, we interviewed, and so you get an ample opportunity for international exposure as well. Very soon, new initiatives such as India BIMSTEC we are working on, India ASEAN we are working on. So it's under these sheets, and if they come on board and if these things are planned, I'm sure you guys would be getting a lot of opportunity for international exposure, student exchange, and youth exchange that can really bring a change to the world around us and help Indian economy bloom. Also, the solutions which you guys are trying to develop, if they are so novel, you guys can have IP procured for them, and these ideas can be taken forward and can really become a rich pool, talent pool for our next generation to come forward. This is one. Now, I have another thing, a quick thing for the nodal centers. That is for primarily the institutions. I want to share one thing. Very soon we are going to open that. Please visit our website regularly, that is sih.gov.in, and see the requirements what we are going to. We are primarily looking to have 50 nodal centers this time for software hackathon, and whereby we are trying to accommodate around 25 to 30 teams per nodal center. So all the details and everything will be live on our website, I believe in a day or two. You guys can go there, you guys can have the link, submit the forms, all the requirements, the details, everything is there. So you guys can go ahead, the institutions and all over the country who want to be part of this initiative, want to host the young crowd, they are more than welcome. So we'll filter them up, and our representatives will physically visit if need be, and then we are going to take things forward. And I'm sure I covered almost everything which are in the platter, and if there is anything need be, your questions are more than welcome. We are here, we can answer it up and get it resolved. You guys can reach us, team is really working hard. So guys, make it happen, come on board, and again a request, SPOCs, please channelize the energies of the youth, and let's make it happen guys. Come over, we have to do it. Thank you, enjoy.